Is it live? It is, but I have to tell it that I'm not playing Evil Genius. No, I'm playing the other game. Except you can't see the other game, so let it load. Wait a bit longer, and do you hear the music? I hear the music. There we go. There's an image. Right, now that's on, I'm going to listen to my 90s show about something.
Funny, I remember this guy being like old, like an old dude. He's like 32.
By the way, the stuff they talk about, it doesn't matter. Like, you'll hear them talking about stuff, and they'll put some images on the screen, but it's literally just like, you don't need to see them. It's like when someone on Radio 4 talks about something. It's like, use the power of your imagination to picture an apple in your mind.
Remember this guy being aged like an old dude. Old crusty dude.
There are still places of mystery that defy explanation.
I'm 28 years old.
The ancient Nazca Indians of Peru covered their arid landscape with enormous, precise drawings carved into the rocky desert floor.
Someone had to have carved a
Marilyn
wiener.
Bridges came here in 1976. That first journey to Nazca changed her life forever. She's driven by her need to understand.
Oh, you know he hates. You know, someone brings up the show to him. He's like, ah!
What
Just
drove
walks
the
away.
ancient Nazcas
Yeah.
to create these designs 2,000 years ago.
I feel like I've had a calling in a way. I did photography from the
Yeah.
ground for a long
Photography
time.
from the ground for a
And
long
when I
time.
was in Peru,
When I was
I
in
heard about
Peru,
these
I
lines of
perused the
Nazca,
library
markings
where I
that
could
were
go and
so
consume
That's a wiener.
huge, you could
mescaline
only see them from
with the
the air. I
ayahuasquero,
couldn't believe what
which is
I was
kind of
seeing. I
interesting
gave myself
because
this mission
an
to
ayahuasquero is
photograph
someone that
these
does
and bring
ayahuasca,
them back and share
and
them with
mescaline is
people.
not
To say,
ayahuasca,
look, this
it's
is what ancient
Had to be
mescaline.
for
man was
aliens.
doing
It
with
comes
the
from the
land. Maybe
Peruvian
something can be
Taj
deciphered.
cactus, amongst other
Perhaps
types of
most puzzling.
cacti.
Gonna be the people in power making just the regular people do stupid shit. That never happens.
Why are the hundreds of designs here
Go
so
make a giant
enormous?
design, idiots,
There are animal figures more than 400
and go
feet
kill your
long.
firstborn kids.
Some
I'm
patterns
bored.
extend for over a half mile. Since the Nazca couldn't fly, who were they trying to reach out to with
Hanford.
these huge designs?
I'm looking
Hey,
at
the mouse.
a lot of these markings and structures as if a god would look at them.
Drawings for the eyes of the gods is just
You can't blame it, dude. It was easy money back in those days.
theory.
It's just how
Others
to
believe
look
the
at it.
designs formed an astronomical calendar. But because of their size,
Astronomical
some believe these markings were
calendar.
actually UFO landing strips.
Actually, UFO
It
landing
seems strange
sites.
that about 2,000 to 3,000 years ago, so
Yeah.
many huge markings were made on the Earth. Whether they were
Huge.
dug into the Earth or
Dug into the
um,
earth.
raised from the
Huge.
Earth.
Peru isn't the
Oh.
only place Marilyn Bridges has found huge
Oops.
landmarks
I
visible
appeared to
from
have fallen
the air.
down.
For 20 years, she has tried to capture on film
Man, this is
the
a
images
shitty
that
episode.
ancient cultures have left behind.
Good thing
It
they're
is
only
for her
20 minutes
an
long.
obsession with
This one's
deciphering the
almost over.
messages of the past. In this pursuit, she routinely risks her life, working from dangerously low altitudes.
My flying is almost aerobatic.
Cool grenade. It would have been
We have to
impressive if I actually
slow
managed to
plane
kill
Little guy in his little
anybody.
Johnson.
stalls.
His little Johnson memorialized forever. He was the guy with the smallest Johnson, and they said, "Hey, make a giant painting or whatever the hell you call it, a giant engraving into that hill of the
Well,
guy with
whatever
the
he's
smallest
shooting
wiener,
at, it's
so we
not
never
there
forget
anymore."
him."
Sometimes we even go into a stall.
Stalling a plane
It'll
at
be
an
remembered
altitude
for
of only
thousands of
200
years.
feet reveals more than just an intellectual curiosity. It's an irresistible
They need
to
landing marks.
understand what ancient irresistible need to create.
There we go.
There's a point that it strikes inside of people that maybe it takes them back in time.
I'm just going to stay
to
here
their
for a
heritage,
moment.
to where we all come from.
I'll be
Surely,
safe
there's
from
no say.
artillery here.
Coming up, what
Tell me about
mystical
your book.
powers are hidden beneath the Black Hills?
Our legends tell
Who
us
you
that the
calling
Black
a
Hills
hills?
is the heart of our home, the home of our heart.
The Tonka.
The home of
Indians,
our
the
heart.
entire Earth is revered.
This is an open air toilet.
What about, like, the India with the rubbish? Is that part revered? Oh, every part of the earth is revered. Even the Ganges with the floating corpses in it is sacred to Smoke Peace Pipe land.
Have another drink.
What they understand also is that is
Sure, dude.
Chief Drinks List all.
Modern culture has also been drawn to the Black Hills, but for reasons that are far from spiritual. Gold and uranium are mined here, and over 50 million visitors have marveled.
Right, I planted the bomb.
The Black Hills.
The big bomb, it's gonna go boom!
We say it's the heartbeat of the earth.
It went boom!
Mining
No one's ever said that, by the way.
started heavily in the 1880s, coinciding with the time that we were forbidden to practice.
Indians had to do wacky shit before the whole casino thing, you know? Like, yeah, I guess we'll do sightings. Now they won't return sightings as calls. Like, go away. I got free money.
That bringing not further and further and further apart.
Mystical Earth? Give the fuck. I want casino money.
Oops,
Dicks
I'm
to the
being
whiskey.
shot on.
We say that if the heart
Time to
cannot
run
live,
away bravely.
the earth can't live. Now we believe that protecting the Black Hills has to do with all life, all of the children of the earth. When the Black Hills dies, the
Oh,
earth will
good time to reload,
A
that
startling
was.
I
photograph
bet you're wrong.
Oh, a weapon
They
crate.
totally blow up in
I
love
wonder
with the
what
Black
goodies
Hills.
are in there.
The whole Earth would be just fine.
taken from space. A God's eye view, so to speak, may prove the Lakota warning is right. The Black
Oh, it's
Hills
for me.
like a human heart.
I'll have that.
Other cultures and religions worship
This guy just called you a primitive.
and connection to it.
Oh, why did I reload
Studying
right
their
away?
mysterious monuments,
Oh, well,
seeking
doesn't
an
matter.
understanding of Earth's unexplained forces, we'll rediscover our own connection
Oh.
to the planet. The distant past
No,
may be the
that's
key
not the button
to
for
protecting our
spotting.
immediate future. For sightings, I'm Tim White. Good night.
Oh, Pemford.
Tomorrow night, for the first time ever, you'll see recordings of convicted mobster John Gotti's secret mafia initiation ceremony.
Oh, shit,
taped
secret.
by the FBI. Hear the never-before-told story of the last Godfather. The John Gotti story. A 1-hour special tomorrow after Cops. Now, stay tuned for Hidden Video.
Nah, it came out like
Cops,
11
what you
o'clock on
gonna
a Saturday.
do?
That's how
What
I
you
remember
gonna
it.
do
It came on late on a Saturday.
when they come
No,
for
it
you?
wasn't like on prime
Big
time or
cops,
anything.
big cops. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come arrest you?
I remember they would have the Indians come to our like school and like do little presentations and stuff, and I'm like, these are white guys. They just look like Italian dudes. Like, you know, like imagine like an Italian guy with like a Super Mario like mustache dancing around going, oh yeah, like that's the guy who makes the pizzas down the road. Not a fucking Indian.
It's funny because, like, in the spaghetti westerns,
They're
they're
all
like,
white dudes.
yep.
Oh, Winkler.
Yeah, all 4 sentry guns in the same spot.
The following
This is one of the
program
reasons
deals with a
I love
controversial
the
subject. The
advances
theories
secure,
expressed
because
are
you
not
get
the
all
only
of
possible
these goodies
interpretation.
straight up in the
The
same
viewer
place.
is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
They said a Mexican swim
Tonight.
good body.
Right. On sightings, has this team of investigators captured proof of UFOs on
Oh,
videotape?
shit,
Oh,
finally.
interdimensional laser. Yeah, nice day indeed.
That's booger.
I can't be skeptical.
Do the
Wait,
latest
you
cases
put-
of
you put-
abduction reveal
put it there?
threatening
Oh,
alien
fuck.
motives?
Women begin to experience the gynecological examinations done by the aliens on them.
And could our own astronauts face deadly
Hands off my snatch, aliens.
encounters with alien forces?
Something
Alien
is
forceps?
And what it is, I don't know.
I'm smoked.
Started to appear.
Man, that first episode sucked dick.
While I can't, I began sensing, knowing, and feeling.
Yeah.
I do believe in life after death. I mean, I've been there.
We have
She's
not
been there,
scratched the surface of what the mind can do.
I believe in death after life.
Sounds like King of Fighter music. Sounds like bad Neo Geo music.
Hello, I'm Tim White. Tonight,
Tim
on
Ford.
Sightings, people who claim to have had personal contact with aliens. They tell bizarre stories of abduction, and they suggest their captors have
Well, that bit
sinister
wasn't
motives.
necessary.
Most UFO encounters are easily debunked by experts, but there are still many
Get me
sightings that cannot be explained, even by the most skeptical researchers. UFOs, they've been sighted in every corner of the Earth. Witnesses have captured strange lights, disc-shaped objects on film and video. But even before
I always thought it was
detected-
dumb, like they just assume it's aliens. Like, I mean, couldn't it be some like government test shit? I believe government test shit over
That's a
aliens.
lot of bugs.
How do you just jump?
Worldwide
Alien!
reporting UFOs.
The UFO subject goes back at least 6,000 to 8,000 years in human history. People have many times pointed to the Christian Bible and the old first 5 books of the Jewish Torah as being examples
You mean the Old Testament?
throughout history of UFOs.
That then got plagiarized as the Talmud.
It's considered
We're all
by many to be examples of superior technology from somewhere else.
Yeah, the government's gonna probe your butt too. You don't think the government's gonna grab you out of bed and probe your butt?
Probably another planet.
Some places
That's the guy who had to lift his sack 500 times.
become legendary as UFO hotspots. Gulf Breeze, Florida, Roswell, New Mexico. Sightings in these out-of-the-way locations number in the thousands. The next hotspot? According to world-renowned UFO researcher Peter Gatilla, this town, Anza,
I think they come from
That's
Melmac.
a lot of
has all
custom
the earmarks
emissions.
of an extraterrestrial mecca.
I was captured by aliens and I woke up to this.
Yep. That was aliens.
Animal mutilations, we have abductions,
We have
all
aliens.
degrees.
Yeah, it's goofy shit.
We'd have
Goofy
Or it's just
aliens.
some fucking hillbilly looking for attention. That's a lot of it. A lot of it was just some bored hillbilly. Maybe I should be like you.
animals. And we've even had some of the so-called anti-black experiences.
Wow!
At a local coffee shop, people were willing to share bizarre stories of their UFO encounters. They've revealed that they believe that the men in black are
Oh,
actually
I'd abduct her.
extraterrestrials sighted in deserted areas
Abduct your
near the town.
ass.
Each story is strange.
Come on.
Time for some restorative morphing. It's got burn gel in it.
He's the happiest alien. The alien's just good. He's coming out of the screen.
And I happened to look through the trees, and I saw this vehicle standing.
Vehicle. Vehicle.
He started moving the lips and making it say stuff I wasn't saying.
Man,
making it tell me mocking me.
it's good. The big bomb. The big bomb's gonna go boom.
Walked around walking on air. I was delighted to believe it was
It went
successful.
boom. The big bomb.
And then all of
Wasn't
a
really a
sudden,
big bomb, was it? Was it? It was a bit of a fucking shit bomb, if you ask me.
Just like that.
Anza is
Oh!
a UFO research
God, be nice if someone revived me
laboratory filled
in 40 seconds time.
They moved. First saw them over here.
Cheers, buddy.
So bright, that's where no shadows whatsoever.
like the gold trail, like the gold trail.
Gatilla believes
Left the
around
golden
clock
shower
surveillance could net scientific
right
UFO
next to
activity.
me.
Activity
It
reported
was
today
beautiful,
in the ancient past.
angelic,
Two astronaut-like figures.
beautiful astronaut-like figures. They were beautiful and pretty and real
largest
nice.
UFO stakeouts ever. They set up a command post on Thomas Mountain.
Fucking time to catch these aliens once and for all.
Out there to do what we did. We had the radar.
This radar can detect objects within a 24-mile
Oh, and
radius.
Sonic.
This was pretty elaborate. The equipment was very expensive and very good and very accurate.
The Starlight camera is so sensitive, it can photograph objects in total darkness.
We're gonna do it.
It
in the
can
desert, right
photograph
next to 5
the-
secret
The
military.
hairs off of a gnat's arsehole.
We're gonna catch all these magical UFOs from Melmac.
It sees anything that gives off even the slightest
Right.
light. It
Where's
also
my
detects
ticket out of here?
with a regular video camera.
This camera is unique because it has an intensifier.
It's over there, is it?
It's more than 1,000 times more sensitive than the
Yeah, but
video
can it play
camera you
Doom?
have in your home.
Surveying the area, the researchers are looking for a UFO the locals
Oops.
nicknamed Goldie. A golden
Boom!
over and over in the night sky from this mountaintop.
I blew up.
Starlight, we're looking at Malcolm Weir. This is where gold.
I know I can't respawn, but it don't matter. The important thing is I blew myself up.
Usually appears.
The big bomb! Was it traditional full English?
That is everything.
The team gathers data and keeps.
Would you go continental? I would love, like, my ideal breakfast is a pot of tea, plenty of milk, and about 4 croissants. No, I just had some leftover sweet and sour stir fry from last night, so I heated that up, ate it, had a glass of water with it. That did me.
I opened them again. I found myself in a room, and I was laying on
And
a
an
table.
alien was taking my double chin and flapping it back around, and they were pointing and laughing. They were taking my double chin, flicking it, and going blip, blip, blip.
6 beings. I couldn't
Ah, so fat, the aliens were like, we got in her asshole yet? We don't know.
They were calling you
They
Mr.
were real
Loaf.
big.
How you doing, Mr. Loaf? You're my favorite musical artist.
Oh, he done did made fun of me.
on the left of my
I
head.
know when it seems this the aliens probe me.
From my head.
Researchers at the stakeout say that Debbie's story fits the classic pattern of what is known as a UFO abduction experience.
Oh, I got XP for trying to be a hero. Nice.
Is real, that it is extraterrestrial, that people are basically.
Oh, that wasn't very much. Come on, let's do this again. I want my utility search all dynamic.
Has investigated UFO abductions.
Now it's so much easier to prove shit. There's not so much alien abductions these days.
In his bestseller, Secret Life.
Yeah, what happened to alien abductions and anal probing?
It's like the Bermuda Triangle. Or as I call it, the Baloney Triangle.
One begins in childhood and goes all the way through old age. And so they've had a series of experiences throughout their life.
Alex Trebek.
This is a rendition
that
of,
was deathbed, Alex Trebek.
The craft I saw when I was 4 and my brother was 3.
He was 3 and I was 4.
This is a drawing of the,
There's some
the silhouettes.
There's some drawings.
I'm very afraid of this rod. This one.
By
The
Jarvis,
drawings.
age 48.
The eye,
By John Wayne Gacy, age 48 and a half.
long and thin, and very black.
There was some eye contact, but it was like you and I are making eye contact right now. It's not that we're looking at each other's eyes, but we're more like reading each other's minds. That's more like what it was.
Wow.
As a
Alamos.
therapist, I am now specializing in UFO abduction cases.
And bullshittery.
Yvonne Smith heads an abduction support group where people can share their experiences.
Oh man!
Oh, it's
so
advanced
fun
and
to
secure.
join those support groups back then, knowing you
Right.
don't believe any of it, and just
Time
listen
to
to
go boom, boom, bam, bam.
Each try to one up their stupid bullshit lies. Well, they probed my butt 6 times. Well, yeah, they probed my butt 8 times with a spike.
And
Boom! Fuck you, aliens.
And I lived in
Oh, I'd have ducked
Georgia.
I'm taking you with me.
Georgia. And I just remember it was in the middle of the night, and I woke up.
I can well, no need to revive you. You're already
You know,
revived.
you could have got some cheesy alien bitches.
At the side of the head of the being, and I started to panic. And
Morphine, please,
a couple
medic.
of the beings in the crowd
Oh, I'm on
subdued
fire.
me somehow, and they had a very large instrument that came over my head, and they
It was a
showed me-
keytar, wasn't it?
Oh, well.
I bet it was a keytar.
Time to blow myself up inside the bunker.
and they told me they were going to put it up my nose.
Yeah, we
Oh,
can stick
it's
this
like
in your
Total
nose.
Recall.
My head and
Get
punctured
your
me
ass to Mars.
soft palate and mouth, and it hurt. Next thing I knew, I was being placed back in my bedroom.
Oh,
I'm finding in my cases
What a
many
treat.
chilling similarities. The person is taken against their will, taken into
Ainley.
a craft of some kind, put on a table. The women
there he is.
begin to experience the gynecological examinations done by the aliens.
Just your uncle.
Boom!
Just your uncle in a cheap mask.
They feel very violated. With
Everyone dies.
anal
No one
plugs
lives.
Are
You're meant to getting pumped out, dude.
inserted and sperm
Whoa!
is taken. It's all done against their will, and they really help us to do
Hey,
it.
help yourself. I usually just
Right, let's see if I
shit
can.
down the toilet. Hey, you want any more? I got plenty more if you want.
About it.
Coming up, the abducted relive more terrifying
Come on, Ching Chong
experiences
Ping
through
Ponger.
hypnotic therapy.
During some abductions, I'm aware of them
of their taking sperm samples.
Yay! The cluster munitions went nowhere near where I was aiming at.
Saucer anal.
Is an extremely
Oops.
controversial
I shouldn't have picked up the Hill Beacon. I've got enough goodies and accessories on my belt.
Some scientists suggest that what they're actually reliving might be repressed emotional trauma or subconscious fears from childhood. But for the abductee,
Yep.
the alien encounter
They
is
were
very
abused as children. I think it's an alien abduction.
In abduction cases,
What if they were abused as children by
many
aliens?
times
Yvonne, whatever your name is, stop wasting your life on this crap.
the person will remember consciously that something strange or
Yeah,
bizarre
I'll have that.
happened to them.
No, I have
Something
2 shotguns.
extraordinary.
Oh yeah.
They desire to go into hypnosis.
I got this one, and then I got this
to
one.
retrieve
Yeah, I got 2.
I mean, P. Diddy does kind of look like an alien with that light bulb head he has. And he anal probes.
He certainly does.
During some abductions, I'm aware of them, of their taking sperm samples in many different ways. They've done it many
Now,
different
go to the next one.
with tubes, with like catheters. There's one way I have not been able to.
Yeah.
I mean, the aliens can at least give you a hand job if they want. You know what I'm saying? Look, dude, you woke me up. You need something from me. Don't do it the painful way.
Emotionally or under aggression. And that's one where there's a being on top of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured it out.
Yeah.
Under hypnosis, Jesse Long is reliving trauma that he believes is caused by his abduction experience. That he believes is caused by his abduction experience. He believes
Richie Milkus, Saturday morning after a long Friday night of streaming.
is caused by his
It's Saturday morning.
as incredible as people are actually reliving these terrible
Oh no, I gotta do it again. I hate being Richie Milkus. It sucks.
physical scars as well.
My asshole hurts.
Are stories from women who
You did it to yourself, Richie.
Yeah, stories from women. Like the story, bro.
purposes.
As incredible as this may sound, we have come across in the research cases having to do with missing fetuses.
I remember they
You
numbed me
binty
from the waist
fetus?
down and
Brutal.
took something that looked like
That is so metal.
uh,
Take fetus away.
Hey, alien, give her back her
Defeatist.
fetus.
Defeatist me, no.
attached to placenta.
Detached to placenta.
Levitated it
Yeah.
into some kind of chamber.
Brutal.
Later abduction
Yeah, how come they all have wacky different stories? None of them line up.
she is actually shown a baby. Now this baby
Show
is not like
baby.
a human baby that, as we know it.
Show baby that
It's
not
a cross
human.
between an alien and a human.
Alien and human, baby.
UFO research today. Why are they manufacturing these offspring, these babies? If we knew the answer to that,
That's
I
right,
think we
baby
would have
stealing
a
jerk.
large part of the UFO mystery finally in hand.
Not every reported encounter with an alien is frightening and traumatic. Some
Some
people
is
who-
How much trouble you think at
Yeah.
those alien meetings if you said to the girls, hey, you know, you can slut it up a little bit.
contact with
You know,
extraterrestrials tell
you can
us that
slut
for
it up a
them,
little bit.
The encounter
I mean-
was a peaceful communication. That was certainly the case for
Whenever
Dorothy
you talk about your black belt in karate.
Izad of Vancouver, British Columbia.
I went over to the window.
Whoa,
Out,
shit.
and there was this enormous thing up in the sky. It was in the shape of a diamond. And as I watched it, there was a whole group of little, like, silver
Yeah, those
dollars
meetings are just so they could all get their stories straight.
came out of a large ship.
Dorothy and her family reported that UFOs appeared every night.
I've been with her, seen these things, saw them flying in formation, streaking across the sky in a circle. She tells me what they are. But
They probed my bunghole.
So they dragged me, screaming for kicking me on one of their ships.
TP for my bunghole. Bunghole, bunghole, bunghole. Look it, there's a nice gun there and he's not getting on it. I mean, I've got an excuse. I'm enjoying my guns. But what's his excuse?
Hanford Simmons.
Average, normal individual. This is what witnesses have seen. These are not street lights, airplanes, or other conventional lights. This is actual footage of unidentified flying objects. This is a single frame of Dorothy's film.
Okay, let's say that's real. How come we haven't seen this in 20 something years? 20 years, like 30 years. How come we haven't seen this in 30 something years? If it's so real and so undeniable.
1/18%.
This is the first time I've ever seen
The
this.
streaks do not appear on the frame before or after this one, suggesting that the light is moving great distances in an 1/18 of a second.
We looked up into the sky, Dorothy too, and she...
I asked them to probe my snatch, but they laughed at me! I'll be right back, I can get some curve.
And she said, oh, come on. Do something for my friends. They've been here for so long.
You stupid bungler.
Right away. 3 shafts of light, bright as anything, just shot right up into the air where we were watching.
My communications with my things I've been very worried about this field because we usually do things without thinking. The weapons we build, the way we breaking the earth without thinking of the consequences.
Although it does not appear that this film has been altered, skeptics believe these images are the result of light phenomena emanating from Earth, not UFOs. But Dorothy
Other gun?
believes these lights are alien spacecraft.
Reload, reload, reload.
She can communicate with the creatures inside.
Coming up, what caused an unmanned Soviet probe to be knocked out of Martian orbit?
This is something that most likely destroyed the focus to mission programs. And it can do it again.
And our
What I
hunt for
missed?
UFOs in the Southern California desert continues.
The greatest challenge for a serious UFO researcher is finding hard evidence, film and videotape reasons.
Serious.
And skeptics distrust
No, I'm not one of those stupid alien researchers. I'm the real deal, dude.
first-person accounts. The team we followed into the California desert made every effort to maintain a scientifically valid investigation.
They made every effort to stay sober.
Signs of state-of-the-art technology continue to arrive at the surveillance site.
This radar works like any other radar. It's a precision piece of equipment which utilizes
Look at
radio
that.
waves, which are bounced off a given target.
I missed the lady
determines
floppers?
relative size, speed, and location. And that's how it communicates.
Theoretically, radar signals could also be picked up by an alien craft. Another signaling device is this laser. This
Oops.
high-powered laser acts as a
I'm
beacon.
on fire again.
Researchers also fear
Because
that
nobody's
the
dealing with the
craft
alien
is a
mouse.
hostile act.
On this laser here, you would probably be able to see it reflect off the surface approximately 2 to 3 miles away. Although the
No,
laser-
nobody's dealing with Inferno bugs. They just like going like, you know, it doesn't matter, Inferno bugs. We're all under attack from Inferno bugs. Like, who gives a fuck, eh? Who gives a fuck?
UFO research is
Point being is we've won, so it's time to get the hell out of Dodge.
for extraterrestrial intelligence with a NASA program known as SETI.
Isn't that already shut down? Isn't SETI already shut down?
Yeah, it's shut down.
Extraterrestrial intelligence, and it's an effort by
Obama shut that down, didn't he?
NASA, a fair number
Going
of
off memory.
astronomers to look for life in the galaxy. We're going to turn the world's largest telescopes.
Come on, reload, goddamn you.
Because you didn't find
some
shit.
signs that we're not alone in the universe. The idea is to listen for radio signals that might be deliberately or perhaps even accidentally transmitted by other civilizations.
It's probably an alien, you're right.
Space will be analyzed by a sophisticated computer system to determine if an alien life form is trying to communicate with us.
It's been said that in the first 30
Boom!
years, new NASA
I'll take you with me!
We'll collect more data than all the experiments of this type that have collected in the last 30 years. So that's a big step forward.
I've deciphered the alien message.
Well, it's very simple, right? Alphabet Cat. The bigger the gun is, the better.
Guys, I'm getting a message from the
And the
alien.
gun turrets are the biggest guns we got.
It's chair warning here. Alright.
If they already have proof,
In 1988, the Soviet Union launched 2 unmanned probes to explore Mars and the space.
You're dead.
Phobos 2 achieved Mars orbit in January of 1989. However,
Yeah, you're dead. Oh, dude, some douche got in there. Hopefully he dies when the drone eats him.
With their unmanned craft, an anomalous object or
It's a
UFO
jerk, yeah.
which was computed out to 25 kilometers. What we have is an infrared photograph taken from the Phobos 2 probe. This is the Martian moon Phobos. This is the UFO that apparently the Phobos 2 craft encountered. What happened was the craft observed...
Hey, we just got a new alien message. We did? What is it? Let me bring it up.
Hey, you got nice booby meat.
UFO. It took some photographs of it. Then, according to Soviet sources, this UFO turned toward the Phobos craft. The Russians then lost contact with it.
Oh,
and the craft
dirt
was
palette.
put
Wow,
out.
how exciting.
I think
Cool.
Phobos 2 mission because Phobos 2 saw something it was
It's
not
over for human cells.
supposed to have seen. If I were in a spacecraft now to Mars, especially to Phobos, I would feel terrified because, in my opinion, based on the knowledge that I have,
the
something
Phobos
is
right
out
here.
there. And what it is, I don't know. But this is something that
More ammo
most likely
or more
destroyed
utilities?
The Phobos 2 mission to Mars.
Well, I'm using my ammo more than
He's
utilities,
right.
so
I don't know what he said, but
I'll
he's
do
right.
that.
Results of our UFO investigation.
And I'm totally freaked out. I mean, I've got shivers going all the way
What,
up
you
my
hate Phobos? That must mean you must secretly want to fuck Phobos.
spine.
From the outset of their investigation in Mesa, California, the research team realized that the chances of capturing a UFO on film were extremely remote. But even with a skeptical eye to the skies, the team made a startling
Green pill.
Maintaining the surveillance equipment.
Oh,
and
Starling
recording
Discovery time.
data. Job for scientists. 2 days and nights of hard work finally
I have a
paid off.
startling discovery. I heard they're discontinuing pizzerias, the pizzeria chips.
After day-long
That was a startling
preparations,
discovery back
a
in
strange
1992.
light appears
What in the
sky.
world?
The camera was not in position, but skeptical observers were.
And I'm totally freaked out. I mean, I've got shivers going all the way up my spine.
Calm down, booger.
I don't know how to explain this. You know, I'm a pure skeptic, definitely. And to see...
Yeah, I'm pure
to see what I
skeptic.
just saw, there's, you know, I can't be skeptical.
I can't be skeptical anymore.
Yellowish
Yeah.
orange light appear over the mountain. It traveled a little bit to our right and split off into 2 lights.
And as we watched them, they began to fade in intensity.
It's advanced and secure.
30 to 40
Right.
seconds, they disappeared from view.
I'm sold. I'm sold.
The sighting lasted only 15 seconds, but soon another UFO appeared. And this time the cameras were ready. The team captured this amazing UFO video.
You guys watching this inside? It's going out. Going straight out.
There it is.
49. We are presently watching this light, anomalous light, it's now rising above Mount Papuya. It appears to be more oblong or
Definitely a UFO.
saucer-shaped than a conventional aircraft would be.
This Starlight videotape.
It's just like a grocery bag. It's like plastic grocery bag just flopping in the air. It's
all we
aliens.
ever know about the UFO nicknamed Goldie. Neither U.S. military sources nor the FAA have a definitive explanation. Researchers
My
in NASA
grocery bag.
now have extensive logs and video, but none of it
Boom!
can explain who or what is out there.
I'm dead, but so are all the bugs.
Sightings and contacts
I want
reported.
ghosts.
Even the U.S. government is now taking notice. NASA will spend $100 million over the next 10 years.
$100 million.
Out of friend's pocket. Yeah, we're looking in that alien stuff. We're gonna need another $50 million.
That's right.
But yeah,
That's how
we're
it
looking
works.
into it.
To scientific
For shark
research
science.
intelligent life in the universe. He wonders if this mission will show that spaceships and extraterrestrials are more than
Just one guy taped a one of those 80s voice recorders to the roof of his house. We're working on it, but I need another 50 million.
fiction. For Sightings, I'm Tim White. Good night.
On the next Sightings, some claim real-life vampires still exist today. We uncover startling
Yes,
evidence of the living
you can
dead.
see them tunneling out of tunnels in Brooklyn.
Horror that's terrorized locals for hundreds
Finally,
of
some
years.
fudge and
On
spooks.
the next Sightings.
I've been spooked by spooks.
Tomorrow, after a full hour
Yeah.
of cops, see one of the most
NASA is such a fucking money sink just for people. You know what I mean? It just goes straight into people's pockets.
amazing
Doesn't do anything.
rescues ever captured on videotape. A fireman rushes out of a burning building with an unconscious child and miraculously brings him back to life. What? Witness this real-life drama on an all-new Code 3,
Get
followed
outta
by
here.
The Edge.
I ain't watching that shit.
Now, Likely Suspects is next.
Boom!
Right.
I know I could get revived, but it's kind of fun just to, you know, do
It's
that.
gonna get super spooky. Well, you should film them spamming up so you can get on sighting.
It's not as if I even use any of that morphine. I just end up blowing up over the slightest provocation.
Uh-oh.
Ahead.
Are these monsters myth and legend? Or terrifying real-life creations?
Well, there's loads of plasma artillery. Good thing this bunker's indestructible, right?
Well, there's a good indication that there may be some strange animal that we haven't.
You stole Gary's shirt, you jerk. Give it back.
They had large, dark eyes, saw like hands. I think they're sensing, knowing, and feeling.
Yeah.
I do believe
Sensual knowing
I mean, I've been
feelings.
there. We have not.
Come on, expect the big oh, wow, whatever, you know.
When his warmth on.
The important thing is I got to put off the big bomb. Oh, goody.
Welcome to Sightings.
I sure enjoy artillery bombardment.
Monsters. They embody the
Monsters,
nightmares of
yeah.
childhood and the folklore of every culture. And now there are scientists who believe that monsters aren't
Sweet
just
tie. Where do I get that tie?
myth.
Need it.
Hey, that was nearby.
There are bizarre
They're real.
creatures among us that can't be explained. Some of them have been captured alive, and many of them live in our own backyard. Since earliest recorded history, there have been monsters who strike a chord of fear in all of
Faces of fear.
In the Bible, monsters represent pure evil.
Well, I blew him up. He's dead because of me.
The same goal, to do the bidding of an
And let's find that other grenadier and do the same
By
to
the
him.
1800s, the sensibilities of Victorian society gave monsters a human face, but their evil beings hid. Decidedly inhuman. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein became fictional folklore, but the strangest account wasn't to be found in the pages of a
Hammy?
Gothic novel, but with our 26th president, Theodore Roosevelt.
In the late
Oh,
1800s,
well done, you.
the woods of this country, the wilderness areas, were wild and dangerous. President Roosevelt found out just how dangerous these wilderness areas are. Teddy Roosevelt loved to hunt. He loved to chase creatures through the wilderness, track, shoot them.
And loved foresting.
He found out this wasn't as much fun as he thought. When his hunting party frightened a Sasquatch, he camped with two trappers.
Sam
You
Squanch.
cocksucking asshole.
You eat
Give me your
babies.
shoes.
That's not true. I eat
You can't have
berries.
my shoes, Bigfoot.
Neck broken, body mutilated.
You're the bottomless snowman. You eat babies.
by what seems to be
No, eat berries. You eat babies.
and Roosevelt was discredited and became obsessed with finding this creature.
This is a theory developed by world-renowned Bigfoot investigator Terry Albright, based on Roosevelt's own writings about his hunting experiences all over the world.
Teddy loved
Although
Forrest
Teddy
Gump.
Roosevelt never actually came face-to-face with a Bigfoot, Albright claims he was obsessed with stories of reported sightings and carried the fascination to his grave.
Yeah, I was pretty interested in it, you know.
Dangerous if aggravated.
It was pretty
Other
cool.
creatures or things that go bump in the night are out there that we don't know about.
Dude, if there was a if there was a real Sasquatch, he would come out when the PS3 came out. He ain't missing that shit.
This
Look at that
is
thing.
Hollywood's version of monsters. Creatures designed to scare us, even horrify us with their bloodthirsty
Whoa!
qualities. But Hollywood monsters are just as likely to make us laugh at our own fears, when they're obviously men in silly rubber suits.
Hollywood
That's a
pokes a lot of
suit.
fun at
Pretty good suit.
But the fact of the matter is, we have unexplained deaths. The Pentagon must know. Therefore, why aren't we being
Sassy Squatch. Sassy Squatch, Sassy Squatch.
Despite resistance, Terry Albright continues to search for proof of Bigfoot and other alleged monsters. One unlikely
You met a Sasquatch 4 times?
Bishopville, South Carolina. Residents here have encountered a bizarre humanoid creature.
Nah, you pick it out. I don't need a hill beacon.
On July 5th, 1988, the Sheriff's Department responded
What we
to
got in
a
here?
man
No, I can't make use of those.
by a scaly, 7-foot-tall monster, locals have dubbed Lizard Man. 20-year-old Chris Davis was changing a tire on his car when he heard strange sounds.
Man, after I finished changing the tire, I was putting stuff in the trunk. And I heard noise.
Oh no, fuck. Hope the
I was just Uncle Ray Ray, dude.
Into the car. I heard a loud crash on the hood.
Loud crash on the hood, in the hood. Number one in the hood.
Yeah, okay.
Match those of any known animal found near the attack site by Sheriff Liston Truesdale.
Okay, dude.
This track was found in the woods.
In the wood.
Not long after.
In the hood.
No one knows what creature
A lizard man?
made this claw-like print, 14.5 inches long and 7 inches wide. There
But a
are
lizard man doesn't even make sense.
alligators in the area, but no one believes the prints or the attack was the work of alligators or any other animal known in the pages of traditional biology. And yet each year,
At least some people have like Bigfoot. We had like the Jersey Devil. Do you ever see what the Jersey Devil looks like? It's the stupidest. It's like a. I don't even know how to explain it. It's the stupidest looking thing you've ever seen.
there are bizarre discoveries that drastically change our perceptions about life on Earth.
Bigfoot's way cooler than the Jersey Devil.
It scared me because of the traits it had. Everyone believes that there is something here.
They say we expect better we, not just better.
Sound far out? Well, cameras were
I tried to pickpocket this big motherfucker. Then he turned around and I said, "What the shit?"
Shit, you ain't got no money.
Marine biologists estimate
It's one black woman game.
million species of sea life yet to be discovered. In 1989, Woods Hole Oceanographic
Jersey Devil's pretty fruity.
bioluminescent
You had the goat man?
and no one knows what they are. Could these be real living monsters that somehow survived from prehistoric?
Yeah, it's a chicken with bat wings. Yeah, it's the stupidest looking thing you've ever seen.
Experts believe the ozone layer is shrinking, creating climate changes.
Chupacabra, Skinwalker's way cooler than the Jersey Devil.
DNA may be mutated, and with unprecedented heat and drought, who knows what bizarre new life
Fuck you, Tiger. I'm taking you with me. Hey.
Its appearance was just a large humanoid creature.
Large and
Our sightings investigators search for the legendary Bigfoot.
There is no possibility that could be
This is the Jersey Devil. This thing.
A monster.
What the fuck is that?
Half man, half beast.
The stupidest looking thing I've ever seen.
A missing link between humans and apes. Since the first recorded sighting in 200 BC, creatures matching this description have been reported
Even the
worldwide.
Mothman is cooler.
But witnesses have caught only fleeting glimpses of the monster we now call Bigfoot. Is he?
The Mothman's pretty cheesy. Cooler than the Jersey Devil.
From their office in San Dimas, California, Harry Albright and his partner Peter Patilla are obsessed with tracking down the legendary Bigfoot. For over a year, the team has been concentrating on a rash of reliable sightings.
Oh, yeah, looks like everyone's dying.
Signs of the creature's impact are everywhere. In fact, the residents have adopted Bigfoot as an unofficial mascot.
Yeah, it's very stupid looking.
Travels up and down the west coast. Then it's in Alaska in the summertime and then comes back down here.
Well, they even know where he goes.
Thing is size and its movement. More human-like than anything.
I was in the woods, and then out of the woods, I turned around and I saw this smelly monkey thing, and it said,
"Nice ass, dude."
And I just started running.
Than any animal. It had to be Bigfoot.
It just had to be Bigfoot.
Here, Albright and Patilla asked eyewitness Faye Miller to return to the site
Stupid inferno bug taking all my bullets.
And dogs started raising hell and just barking,
Faye Milner.
sniffing and carrying on. So I just looked around. I thought, well, you know, maybe there's something here. Looked up here and saw 3 Bigfoots standing there.
During an examination of the forest, the researchers found evidence they believe confirms Bigfoot was there. And recently,
These branches way up here and up here. Now, some of these branches have been rubbed raw.
There you go. That's hard evidence, guys. That's hard evidence right there.
Whoa! Places where things have been broken off, as you can see. Through here.
Bigfoots or big feet? That's a good question.
There is a path. Here is a branch which has been knocked off and walked over many times. Broken branches here. Pushed down branches there. Something is obviously...
Broken branch ancestor cry.
Probably a deer or something. I mean, I guess probably a fucking deer or something.
Throughout the Pacific Northwest and British Columbia. And eyewitness descriptions are strikingly similar.
We could see him go
Hey.
behind that tree in through that opening, and then there
What took my electric fence over?
Bigfoot once kidnapped me, and he molested my nether regions. There he is. That's missing primate number 1. The Book of Missing Primates. Let's see these missing primates. There's one. There's one missing primate. Where did he go? There's another primate. Primate number 3. Where did they go, guys?
What I saw was about a 6.5, 7-foot creature, Bigfoot.
Whoa.
Oh man, I miss those 1990s sound effects. Big sweeping pads. It's almost like the Blues Brothers music.
There's never been a cool guy after the 60s who wore a black cowboy hat.
It's called Yeti. These tracks were found at the base of Mount Everest. The Chinese call it Fei-Fei, a 10-foot tall
Fei-Fei?
creature whom they say has a taste for human flesh. Native Americans call
Oh,
it
you got a taste for human flesh, alright? Just like we do in China. We call it lung pork. Yeah, lung pork. It real good. It right tasty with some hoisin sauce.
and Bob Gimlin discover the trail of what they believe is an enormous Bigfoot. They gather what evidence they can, and deep in this pine forest,
Big red sneakers.
uneasy presence, they face a dilemma. How will they react if Bigfoot actually appears?
We came around a bend in the creek where there was a downfall tree. At that point, as we came around the bend in the creek there, this creature was standing beside the creek.
Startled by the looming presence of the creature, the horses
Get out of here.
Let's see if I can make it to the boat this time.
People show this one all the time because someone spent more than 15 minutes on the fucking Bigfoot costume.
But steady his hand,
Maybe spent 3 hours.
this legendary creature on film.
They encountered it very close, I think about 20, 25 feet.
We already talked about Alien.
And Roger Patterson turned on his movie camera, ran after it as far as he could, and finally he stopped and it walked away.
Further perspective on the footage comes from Grover Krantz, a physical anthropologist at Washington State University.
Here is a cast that was made at the...
He always looks so
Oh, I
fake,
see.
these
So it's
feet.
just me defending, so that everyone
Like they're
else is
too
fucked
square.
off somewhere else.
where Roger Patterson
Never mind the fact that the mobile HQ is just like there, literally there.
with adult female. The creature has extremely wide shoulders, well over 3 feet wide, and I've done some measurements, and no
I
human
wish I had it. Of a Bigfoot female. That's a lie.
10 feet tall would have shoulders and chest widths to equal that.
So where was it coming from?
Their arms and costume.
Right over there.
I've gone through a whole
No, it's totally impossible to make that into a costume.
body movements, and it would
Shot you out the sky.
I'm satisfied that there is no possibility that
Some
You know the arms don't move at all, right? It's just kind of flopping back and forth. I don't think the moves move at all.
there's just no way around it.
It's just kind of
If the
flop.
film is not a hoax, then this is the moving image of a giant unknown species, probably female, as she passes alone by a river. Her slow retreat suggests no
Videotapes and plaster casts of giant footprints do little to satisfy skeptics.
Yeah,
Bigfoot
like me.
is nothing more than hoax folklore. Scientists demand more conclusive proof, and some believe that proof may be found in the fossilized jawbone of a species called Gigantopithecus.
In the late 1950s, an anomalous lower jawbone was discovered in
I thought we were getting UFO or spooks and vampires. Look at the titty.
I've taken this jaw and tried to reconstruct what I think the entire skull would look like. This is what I've ended up with. This is what the Gigantopithecus
This is not a leap at all, right?
skull would have looked like. So I would certainly say the best guess as to what Bigfoot is Gigantopithecus.
He just made the top half out of nothing.
With modern physical evidence from all over the world, France believes it's only a matter of time before responsible researchers make the scientific discovery of the century, the capture of a living, unharmed Bigfoot.
Oh, well, that's it. Mobile HQ can be attacked now. It's vulnerable.
We knew right off the bat it had to be some kind of a monster in the lake.
The science found proof that the Loch Ness
I mean, they're covering all the lame shit first. Like, Loch Ness Monster and Bigfoot is the lamest. No one believes in Bigfoot. No one believes in the Loch Ness Monster. When's
Yeah.
the last time anyone talked about that shit? When's the last picture of it?
Exactly.
It was all fucking...
It's dumb and stupid.
We are to believe the thousands of
I mean, it all is, but that's really bad.
fishermen who've seen them. Enormous sea serpents have populated our
Oh,
oceans
is that the Ark? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
now
guess
with
people
high
were
definition cameras,
defending.
They can't pull off anymore, so now they don't do it. You don't see the shit.
Yeah.
In the Scottish Highlands. For 1,400 years, residents have searched for proof of the monster they know is there.
The celebrated
Oh, hey, it's there. You should come buy my merchandise. Oh, hey. It's riddle of new.
It was captured. I'm just saying, these are the boring, like,
Scots love it when I do
cliche,
my Scots
things.
impersonation.
Since 565 AD, hundreds have witnessed a creature no one can explain.
Ned came out of a log.
I can't
Well, he'd
explain
still be
it.
there if it wasn't for climate change, idiot.
Shit. Massive shit. Brown, green.
I've been sitting there for months, man. Be my guest. Be my guest if you want that hot dog.
Back into the log. And then the lock was back calm. And what I saw then was waves about 18
Oh, hey, that's exactly how I talk when I do my Scots impersonation. Aye, the new, aye, the new, aye. Oh, hey, new. Aye, oh, that's a nice way. You're not even on the fucking ground, you dickhead.
to be one. Then it moved down with a sideways kind of motion and disappeared. And we hadn't drunk a drop of whiskey that morning.
Oh, hey.
Whale peckers?
These witnesses are seeing something strange and alarming.
Wish you could tell the whale that. Hey, dude, that was actually your pecker. People all think it's a monster.
in the water. But what?
The first time you'd see a whale laugh.
There are prehistoric creatures in Loch Ness that have survived extinction.
Hey, it's my Johnson.
What else could explain this bizarre figure? Captured in the most famous of all Loch Ness monster photographs. Taken by a reputable London surgeon in 1933. This was the start of a worldwide search.
I mean, I'm sure there is.
Monster.
Big question in all this, of course, is
But you know, most people, they see something weird, they're like, that's weird. And then, like, you know, they go home. Nah, but these people are just people who make shit up and then try to sell books.
why don't we catch them? Why do we see them so rarely?
In order to answer these questions, scientists have used many different techniques. To
But I mean, how many times has it been down on the bottom of that fucking... That lake's really fucking deep. But I know they've checked it out like 800 fucking times.
or even capture the Loch Ness monster? In 1975,
Hey, I got some Oreos, nice.
Scientists made headlines around the world with these remarkable pictures. They clearly show a flipper and the body.
That's a flipper if I've ever seen one.
Photographed before. Could this be what locals affectionately refer to as Nessie? With this new evidence, the search for a living monster intensified. Operation Deep Scan was mounted.
Oh no, the medicine's been destroyed. Who could have done such a blatant act of vandalism? That's not me. Well, it kind of was though. It's a thermo charge.
Cobra's mom.
When we work with sonar, we get strong sonar contacts in Loch Ness.
Oh.
Obviously, we have to resolve that because the two may be linked.
So what is in
Oops,
Loch
just
Ness?
set off a bunch of grenades inside the boat.
The answer may also explain
She's
what
out
is
there
in
for the
Lake
free drink.
Okanagan, 9,000 miles away in British Columbia. The
She's
residents
always
describe
does
an
it, really.
equally mysterious lake monster.
We had slowed down somewhat and moved over for it because it was
That
coming.
guy's got deadly weapons hidden in that hair.
Or
Throwing
lure
stars and
grenade
shit.
looks like fun.
Look at that. What's he hiding? What's he hiding under that?
I think I'm ready to
Thick,
do
full,
one
bouncy,
more.
shiny, silky head of hair.
Somewhat and moved over for it because it was coming straight for us.
Guy goes to the bar. What do you want? I want the kid toucher.
As it got across from us, we could see that this object, it was about 30 feet in length.
Probably blow
and
dart.
it was stirring up a tremendous amount of water.
Could the creature that reportedly inhabits this lake be related to the Loch Ness monster? The sightings follow a similar pattern, going back 100 years when Indians named this
100 years.
Ogo Pogo.
Hogo Pogo.
Ogo Pogo came to the top of the water.
Ogo Pogo came to the top of the water.
My husband looked at me and said, "Oh my God, it's Ogo Pogo."
Ogo Pogo.
It's around 40 feet long.
Yeah, it's about 5 feet long. Yeah, see? Well, 5 feet long.
Where do I get that fucking shirt?
40 feet long.
5 feet long.
We
Is that
knew right off the
Paisley?
bat it had to be some kind of a monster in the lake.
Some kind of monster. Yeah, see?
An Ogo Pogo sighting has
Ogo
rarely
Pogo.
been captured on film. But in 1987, an American film crew shooting a news documentary on Ogo Pogo
Ogo
made news
Pogo.
themselves
Steal
when
his
they
look.
shot this rare videotape, an unidentified creature rising to the surface.
There it is.
Nothing around it, nothing in front of it, nothing behind it.
What did the news crew film? Was it an extraordinarily large fish or a prehistoric cousin of the
My
Loch
thing
Ness
is, right, they always catch these giant fucking snakes in the water and shit, like everything. Like, there's giant shit out there, but they never catch this fucking thing.
monster? Are witnesses seeing the
Did you ever see that picture of the giant fucking snake they found in the water? From like an aerial shot?
And could there be more yet to be discovered in other
Ogo
bodies
Pogo
of
in
water
hand?
around the world?
So it's a good indication that there may be some strange animal that we haven't discovered. Chance will eventually perhaps favor us.
Hogan, did you see Ogo Pogo?
That is going in my ass.
With discovering everything that lives in the ocean.
If lake monsters actually exist, where did they come from? One intriguing theory suggests that
Let me introduce you to my Ogo Pogo.
in the last ice age, certain prehistoric animals were trapped in what would later become freshwater lakes. The possibility that these monsters are actually living dinosaurs propels scientists to continue serious research.
Coming up,
There it
the world's
is.
most bizarre and frightening creations may be forced into our own backyards.
It wasn't a natural thing. It was some kind of, I think it was an unnatural creature.
A bolt of lightning, 100 million volts of electricity. Experiments have shown that this may have been the jolt that created life out of seawater. If that's true, imagine the beasts that would be created in the toxic waste of the 20th century.
I was very, very
Just a lot of animals with tumors.
Perhaps the most amazing discovery of all was this creature, captured by Japanese fishermen.
A 200-pound snapping turtle? Fuck that.
This bizarre carcass was caught off the
I would
coast
chop your dome in half.
of New Zealand. But the fishermen did not realize the importance of what they'd found. These rare photos were taken before the body was thrown back. Satellite photographs show that thousands of square miles of Pacific Ocean are heating up. Near Mozambique, fish thought to be extinct for 2 million years
Whoops.
is captured
My
alive.
finger slipped.
They caught the last one and ate it.
The hint of other monsters yet to be discovered.
When I first saw it, the neck was way out of the water. So I went to turn my boat to avoid this. And then all of a sudden the top of it
All of a
swiveled.
sudden.
Like, you know,
You guys are a little sweet. A little light in the
yeah,
loafers.
that's when the excitement started.
Gary Lemetta was on a pleasure cruise when he uncovered a sea
A pleasure cruise!
This exclusive footage captures an 8-foot neck rising from the surface.
From what Gary Lemetta has described, it looked to him like a very large turtle without a shell. The big question is, what can this animal be?
Oh, what the fuck would a turtle look like without its shell? Isn't the shell the main part of the turtle? What? A big turtle without a shell.
After all,
right.
We have a catalog of a great number of animals that get caught in the ocean. Are there any others?
We may soon find out. Dwindling animal habitats.
Oh yeah, I forgot I
The
had
show's almost
this.
over, and we were promised vampires. What the hell?
Yeah, where's the vampires? Damn it!
Shoot it up like. It looked like a hamburger without the burger.
You know, it wasn't a natural thing.
Oops.
I think it was an unnatural creature.
Unnatural. He's right. He's totally right.
It was an abomination.
Bizarre creatures of the deep have terrified people for thousands of years.
Yeah, what happened to the
But perhaps we
vampires?
shouldn't fear these so-called monsters. Remember, every day on this planet, more than 20 species of
Oh,
plant.
you know this guy fucking yelled at the camera crew. Like, he's like, is this what I gotta read? Oh, fuck. All right, get away from me. Just fucking reads this stupid shit. You giving me the script. Vampires, dude, really? I gotta talk to my fucking agent.
An animal become extinct.
I picture him throwing the papers a lot, going, eh.
From the face of the earth. Perhaps serious
Just wing it.
creatures we call monsters can reverse the process. For sightings, I'm Tim White. Good night.
You deserve
Wait,
better, Tim
so you
White.
didn't do anything about vampires? There's all that dick teasing about vampires and then none of it happened. What a bitch.
Girlfriend is beautiful, beautiful beyond belief. Girlfriend is beautiful. Girlfriend is beautiful. Girlfriend
Beautiful.
Girlfriend is beautiful beyond belief.
Beautiful.
Could she be a killer in disguise?
What?
Criminals often use an alias.
But she's a killer now. You got her coming from another planet. It's an all-new Vinny and Bobby tomorrow.
Beautiful.
And if you're looking for a few good laughs, join the feud, the crowd, the comedy corps. As America.
Alright, out. You better have some fucking ghosts.
On this edition of Sightings, vampires, are they real?
Finally!
Or the stuff that nightmares are made of?
Yeah.
The thing about being a vampire is the taste of the blood.
Our researchers hunt for evidence in human skeletal remains and prove that vampires still
Could you
exist.
ain't no vampire?
Then, they were ordinary people until they had frightening visions of real-life murders.
It was as if someone had put a picture right in front of me.
Fluke or psychic phenomena that could solve our most horrifying crimes. And our ongoing Bermuda Triangle investigation
No!
uncovers a startling piece of evidence that may unlock
I'm skipping Bermuda Triangle shit.
the mystery of missing flight.
Man, the Bermuda Triangle was a big deal back in the 90s, along with quicksand.
Thanks, old dude. Thanks for backing that up.
They had large, dark eyes, claw-like hands. I began sensing and knowing and feeling.
I do believe in
Seriously.
life after death. I mean, I've been there.
We have not scratched the surface of what the mind can do.
Shit, Mario 64 wasn't even out when this show came out. That's right, Bermuda.
Just about everything we know about vampires was created
Dude,
almost
they didn't even give you a new tie today, bro. They made you wear the same fucking shit between two shows. Poor abused Tim White. They're like, we're only paying Tim White for the day, so get as much done as you can.
100 years ago by Bram Stoker.
Tim White was
his
a fan.
classic
Look at him.
Gothic novel Dracula. It's been the inspiration for countless stories and movies about a fictional character with a taste for human blood. But today in the United States, some people believe
Yeah.
that vampires actually exist. We think of vampires
There he is.
as part of Eastern European folklore or the result of Hollywood conjuring, not as the stuff of small-town America. But in the late 18th century, belief in the
It's
undead
like, they don't even
led to
bother giving
bizarre
him different clothes.
rituals designed to keep the
Henry
music-
Winkler. Henry Winkler was like, all he needs is one suit,
Whoops.
alright?
I got killed by a
Very
bunker.
Fonzie like Henry.
on the living. The Connecticut countryside is dotted with old cemeteries. In Griswold, a dark secret lay dormant for nearly 2 centuries and has only recently been unearthed. In Washington, At the prestigious Walter Reed Army Medical Center, remains uncovered in Griswold were analyzed by Paul Sedzik, a curator at the National Museum of Health and Medicine.
I was given a call by the state archaeologist in Connecticut to help identify
Connecticut.
and analyze some skeletal material that was found at the
He was
site in
immediately fired after this episode.
Griswold, Connecticut. What happened was some kids had found a couple skulls laying at the bottom of a little ravine, and they brought them to the police, and the police
Ravine?
called the medical examiner, did some research into the records in that time period, and came up with vampire activity or vampire cults in the 18th and 19th.
This guy's like, hey, Tim, can I borrow your tie? Tim, I forgot my tie. I borrow yours.
Century.
Archaeologists probed the graves for mutilated corpses.
Anal probe.
Telltale signs of suspected vampires.
How dare you.
The next step in verification was determining the cause of death.
Pretty evident to see the cause of death in the skeleton from Connecticut, this vampire skeleton. There's evidence of tuberculosis in some of the upper left ribs, and here we can see evidence here in this
Got
whitish
tuberc.
area that we're seeing close to the
Just have one
articulation.
tie. It's a clip-on. It's a clip-on that you share. And every time they give it to someone new, they're like, it's a clip-on.
Tuberculosis played a major role in the vampire folklore of the 1800s. It was believed that those who died of TB could come back and infect the living. So a ritual developed.
That's
to
kind
ensure
of
that a
true,
corpse's eternal
actually.
resting
That's
place really
that's
was
not far-fetched.
What they actually did was take the bones here in the chest
Oh, so basically what you're saying is vampires aren't real.
and jumbled them up
okay.
like someone had just taken their hand and kind of moved it around.
Yeah,
that
tuberculosis
way.
spores
And
can
then took the two
survive the
femurs,
host
the upper
dying.
leg bones, crossed this one here and this other one on top of it, over across like that. They then took the skull and placed that right in this area. And then they closed the crypt back up.
You know, I hope they dig you up 500 years later, dude. They got your cheesy body up there and playing with your skull and shit.
Graves were opened anywhere from 2 weeks to a year after burial. Graves appeared to find loved ones or anyone who died of tuberculosis.
What floored me is just that people could actually believe that someone.
Oh,
died
you think they might have done some shady shit? Like, just talk about this skeleton a little bit. Next thing you know, they're on sightings. Say, wait a minute.
could actually
I didn't agree to
cause the
be
death
on
of
this
loved
stupid
ones.
show.
And there are accounts in New England, especially of men going into the graves of their daughter and removing their hearts and burning them, and you know, father doing it to sons, sons doing it to fathers.
I mean, they said they dug up graves. Like, go put the guy back in the dirt.
Very close family units. There were probably lots of people attending these exhumations and killing of vampires, and when you do read them, there can be upwards of 300 or 400 people. The whole town would probably turn out. You know, it's a major social event. Digging up wives, husbands, sons, daughters, and trying to kill them again. I mean, that's something that we couldn't even conceive of today. I couldn't imagine going in and digging up the grave of my daughter and trying to kill her again. It was something that completely would never enter my mind.
And that's why she's going to come back as a zombie.
That, dude. That was a weird kind of thing to bring up. You know what I mean? Just to bring out of left field. Talking about digging your dead daughter up. Kind of weird. I'm just saying, it's kind of weird, dude.
In many parts of America, you can still hear chilling tales of vampires today.
It just entered his
In Los
mind.
Angeles, professor of folklore and author Noreen Dresser researches living vampires.
Very often, the act
What
of
a
drinking
treat.
blood is a prelude to sex.
Yeah, right? What the fuck?
Yeah, amongst goth girls that are into that sort of thing.
Corpse supposed to come to life at night and leave its...
She's like vampire in the dictionary.
Goth girls
research,
DM me.
Done. Chalk it up. Time.
grave and suck the blood of
I've done my
sleeping
work.
people. If a person wants to dress in black and sleep during the daytime and
Copes?
be awake at night and walk through the graveyards
Copes?
and listen to gothic music...
Cope! Well, Cope's never listened to golf, but it was pretty close.
Yeah.
And that person's not hurting anyone.
He only listens to Backstreet Boys and Justin Timberlake.
Someone's blood and someone is willing to give it to them. I don't see where that's harming anyone.
Can I just compliment her on her dank ass shoulder pads?
I'd say the best thing about being a vampire is the taste of the blood and being with someone who trusts you and will let you drink.
Pretending to be a vampire and you still get old as fuck. I wasted my life.
Katrina is proof that vampire practices are real and still occur today.
There are certain well-known criminals, for example, Richard Ramirez and Ted Bundy, in reports, there were just little side notes that they did drink blood from their victims, but that was never presented as the main motivation for committing their crimes.
I would never do anything to a child or to an animal. This is something that I've only done with the consent of an adult. You know, they have to be
Did he get a life? Get a life.
Learn to do this, and
Why don't you learn how to bake some cookies or fucking knit or something?
one that I've ever done anything like this with actually has enjoyed it.
Some vampires attempt to take blood here from the carotid artery. However, that's rather clumsy and it's also quite dangerous. So this is not really used as often as taking it from the arm.
I can use an instrument like this,
Wow!
which is a medical scalpel. It's very sharp. It can be sterilized with alcohol, so there won't be any infection. And it's painless. Blood is an acquired taste. The best place is somewhere on the arms or the hands, and I'll just continue drinking until the wound stops bleeding.
Right, so it's over there.
Sometimes this leads to a relationship where they say, well, that was kind of interesting. I enjoyed it. Would you like to do it again sometime?
No!
You could be attacked,
No, I'm
mugged,
good.
robbed, shot, killed on the freeway. I mean, our life is so fraught with dangers and fears.
Come on, come on,
that
come
it's
on.
a lot
Damn.
more satisfying to
Hopefully,
Alright, lady,
someone
let's
sees
suck
me
my
there.
blood for a fucking minute. Will you just put the fucking Salisbury steak in the microwave? Fuck. That's what it's like living with that bitch. You just put fucking a hot dog on
There
a
we
plate,
go.
microwave it. Fuck. That's all I want.
on something scary when we know what all the rules of that scariness are.
Why does the myth of vampires still persist? Perhaps it's because we are still plagued by diseases and our
What,
lives
again?
are still precarious as they were in ancient times. But unlike the rest of us, a vampire never gets sick, never grows old, and never dies.
Coming up, they were ordinary people until they had frightening visions of real-life murders.
Oh,
It's as
shit.
if someone had put a picture right in front of me.
And
Man, this show sucks,
really
huh?
happened?
This show fucking sucks. I remember this show being kind of like, I mean, everyone knew it was shit, but at least somewhat interesting. This is just straight up crap.
Like 19
This show is terrible.
And that's why we got it without copyright infringement, because nobody cares.
Is brought to you by Simon & Schuster Interactive, sightings of
Simon
UFOs,
& Schuster Interactive. CD-ROM, keep you updated,
Of course, I was like 11 years old.
Sci-Fi Channel.
The Sci-Fi
There are
Channel.
people who have extraordinary powers of perception and make their living as professional psychics. But tonight we'll meet ordinary people who suddenly,
Ordinary.
for no apparent reason,
These
have one
ordinary.
striking
Sassy boy, sassy boy.
For them, that single clairvoyant moment becomes a living nightmare. August 1990. The usually laid-back...
God, that is an old sound effect.
5 violent murders within 40 hours. 5 college students mutilated
Poor
in
little
their
guys.
apartments. And no arrests.
Yeah, well, where was Hanford? When that happened, where was Hanford?
Who's Hanford, and why is he the butt of so many of your jokes?
1,000 miles away, a successful businessman who has never been to Gainesville
More like
begins
shitting
to
right.
experience nightmarish visions.
Well, I walked out to the barn and dropped
Yeah,
my
right.
and taking care of the horses down there. And on my way back
He was milking the horses.
from the barn,
The stallions.
looked up into the sky and I saw a window with a silhouette of a person. A few weeks went by, I had a
Yeah.
premonition that I was going to meet this killer from Gainesville. The very
This
next
killer
day,
from
there was a
Gainesville.
premonition
Yeah,
that I
I'm
did
gonna
meet
go to Gainesville.
Flat dumpers of the 80s and
For the past year, visions of a murder have haunted a man who's
Gainesville,
never had a similar
Gainesville.
experience. The images are so real
excuse
and
me.
so frightening that
I
he's
think
asked
he
to
did
remain
feed the horses a lot of
anonymous and be
pineapple.
referred to
Yeah, got spotter training. I wonder what that
I
does.
just happened to
We're
see
trained to be a
this
spotter.
vision of a dog.
Vision of a
The
dog.
head of a dog on the door. And after looking at it more thoroughly, I could actually see the dog's body.
After a couple of weeks, John began to see more and different images in the door. A young girl,
John's
the state
been having
of
some of
Florida,
that news shit, man.
Well, that's scout training. Automatically scan bugs when they are
signal.
pinged.
The
Scan enemies
images
take
give
additional
John no
damage.
answers,
Alright.
only questions.
Cool.
What is the average person to do when they start having what they believe are intuitive impressions of
Intuitive
a crime,
impressions
a murder,
of
a series of murders?
The spirit who was coming to me was a girl, a young girl. And I had the feeling that this spirit was a girl about 20 or so years old. And she...
Because this guy could have just read a newspaper article and made this all up, which he probably did.
That's what I do.
John wanted to go to the police, but he was afraid that if he told them what he'd seen, they might make him a suspect. That is exactly what happened to California housewife Etta Smith 10 years earlier.
It was 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was listening to a radio broadcast while at work. And they said that they had found the lady's vehicle in Pacoima.
Vehicle.
And that they were making a...
Why do Americans mispronounce vehicle? Vehicle. It's 2 syllables. Vehicle. 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 Just call it a car. At least you can pronounce car correctly, right? Unless it was a van, or a motorcycle, or a moped, or something that wasn't a bloody car. But let's face it, you're talking about a car. I saw him exiting his vehicle. By the way, her glasses look fucked. Absolutely, completely fucked. Right, so, let's make sure you can see what I can see. It's not seeing it. Oh, you know what it probably is? It probably just gone, oh no, I don't want to recognise it. Oh, there it is. Right, so now I've told it to recognise Frostpunk, right. I had an idea for a scenario, right? What if I play Frostpunk, but I make things evil? So I've got this place, right? It's called, if I go to the, well, you can see it, New Australia, and I'm going to base it, basically all my policy is going to be based on, like, things what they do in Australia. So instead of a graveyard, we got this snow pit over here, and that's where corpses are put. And, you know, the climate change is real. It is real. Just like that country with the name Israel. So you know it's not a fake country because it's called Israel.
House-to-house search for her. And as soon as they said house-to-house search, and that thought registered, it was as...
What happened is I drink a whole pack of Paps, stare at the door, man, and I get visions.
if someone said to me, she's not in a house. I saw a picture.
One time my mom hit me in the head with a frying pan, and I stared at that door, and visions started popping out.
It was as if someone had put a picture right in front of me.
Etta drove to a police station and revealed her startling insight to a homicide detective.
I explained.
I went to the police station. The next thing I know, I was on an alien spaceship getting probed.
Exactly.
In the ears.
Right-hand side with a dirt pad.
The probe is going in my
He
ears.
suggested that I show him.
Oh, James Hogan. You know, hardly knew you,
Lopez Canyon.
but I'll miss you.
I don't think I was thinking right, but I knew I had to go see for myself. I knew the police would never tell me. And I was afraid maybe they wouldn't look.
Within minutes, Etta saw her vision become a horrifying reality.
As my eyes traveled further across the object,
It was
at
scary.
the end of the object were white nurse's shoes.
On her way back down the canyon, she
Oh,
reported her
shit.
grisly find to a ranger.
Poor little guy.
Shaken by the experience, Etta then went home. Not long after, there was a knock at her door.
She went home, and then subsequently she was brought down by the police department and arrested for the murder of this woman.
It took 9 years and a jury trial.
Oh, you mean they found her in some giant canyon? Who'd have seen that coming?
Just do all the research quickly.
What she thought was right. But how do
Make
you
sure I've got
explain
everything
the
one
source of her
needs.
psychic experience, or John's startling visions. Somehow, John had to come to terms with the gruesome visions that had been haunting him. Psychic psychologist Keith Harari accompanied him to Gainesville to help him on his journey.
Harari.
They visited
Gainesville,
the scenes in search
brother.
of clues to the mystery.
When I was out having these visions, I would ask for something
Sweet fucking wicker chair, dude.
that only the police would know, or that she could tell me. One of them being that what was the murder weapon used, and she gave me a vision.
So just to double check, so if I go to the map,
and a sickle could be found.
all of these points have been discovered. There's nothing new to see
And I
here.
also envisioned a
So
tree
there's no point for my
and
scouts
also
to do
a
anything.
symbol of deer.
But I'll keep the scouts
Some
dormant.
type of animal.
One victim attended classes at the Gainesville Teaching Zoo.
The storm's on the horizon, there we go.
But a parking lot under
So
construction
yeah, better
on
not
top
send the
of what
scouts
used to
out.
be an athletic field.
I'm just an average person, okay, having
People are desperate.
a vision.
Well, let's be honest, a slightly below average person.
And that
Raising hope.
they would
Okay.
look upon me as wacky.
The dead tree was the sign John was looking for. And with the supervision of Keith Harari, he began an intensive search
That's
for the murder
inoperative.
Things that
That
have
one's
happened, they
inoperative
all
as well.
pertain to this
God, this
Gainesville
music is
killing. And
stupid.
this spirit that has come to me is
No
one of the
ghost yet.
victims.
I'm kinda
And I
upset.
feel it so strongly that I just can't let it go. I have to follow this through as she wants me to do. I feel that she wants to put an end to this and put this person
Right, so
in jail.
normally when I play this
And
game,
I just can't
I go with the religious
let it
path,
go.
House of Prayer, raising up stuff like that. But I'm not going to do that. This time I'm going to go the Australia path. So we'll start with a neighbourhood
The
watch.
healthiest thing to do in this case is to say, well, I don't know, I checked it out, I didn't find anything, go back to one's ordinary life and have a good life, open to the possibility that sometimes things happen that you can't
I found the
explain.
murder weapon I put there. I mean, I found it.
On June 9th, 1992, while
It's
this story
funny.
was being shot, a new development. A man named Danny Rolling was indicted
Oh,
for
Rolling.
murder in the Gainesville case.
How could you?
But Danny Rolling is not the man in John's visions. John believes there's a second murderer who has not yet been caught. And in fact, the Gainesville
I know.
Police Department admits there may be a
Is that who you thought it was? An leprechaun?
case. But Danny Rolling is not
Oh
the
yeah,
man
and let's
in
go
John's visions.
resources as well.
John
And let's have a
believes there's
sawmill.
second murderer who has not yet been caught. And in fact,
Oh, it was that guy. I don't know. That guy kind of looked like that dude. He looked very similar to that.
Right, so
Yeah,
recycle that one, as there's no gatherable
There he is, the
resource
killer.
range. And let's recycle these
there may be a
bits
second
of
murderer at
road as
large.
well.
The
Poor little
investigation
guys.
Or
continues,
streets, as they
and for
call
John,
them.
so does the waking nightmare of his psychic visions.
Man, that guy went on a bitch killing spree.
Coming up next, did the Bermuda Triangle take Flight 19?
Out! Give two shits.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information. Tonight on Psychics, with the shocking
Put some street lights there as well, you know. Keep things nice and bright.
More or less written
Oh, so the mom
story
killed her.
of our own true life horror story.
and psychic contact with the dead girl helped solve the crime. Then, from our
Was
UFO
Hanford.
file, bizarre men in black
I was in the murder scene. Yay.
UFO sightings.
His eyes were
I want to go.
extremely long. They literally wrapped around his temples.
Startling new evidence and exclusive videotape
Let's have some workers
Maybe
in
he
the
was a
watchtower.
crackhead.
behind the MIB phenomenon and a tragic car crash left this
Oh,
boy in
getting a
car
call. Just a moment.
brought him back to life.
One moment, please.
Did not work up.
Like, you say that again in English, you little shit.
It started to appear.
They had large, dark eyes, claw-like hands.
I began sensing and knowing and feeling.
I do believe in life after death. I mean, I've been there.
We have not scratched.
Psychic detectives have played an important role in the still unsolved murder of 18-year-old Caitlin Arquette. She was gunned down behind the wheel of her car in Albuquerque, New Mexico in July 1989.
You know, there was a lot of white bitches killed in those years. So, these weirdos went on a white bitch killing spree.
At first, police believed Caitlin was the victim of a random act of violence. But as investigators delved into the case, they soon realized there was nothing random about this murder. Even the most seasoned detectives were stunned by the strange twists and turns in this case. Psychic detectives provided intriguing leads, and eeriest of all, what appeared to be Caitlin's own attempts to reach out from the grave with information about her murderer.
Oh.
Crucial details allegedly from beyond directly paralleled those in a murder mystery written by her own mother. Under the pen name Lois Duncan, Lois
Her
Arquette,
sister's kindergarten teacher was murdered?
whose novels are filled with intrigue and terror. But there was no greater horror for Lois than discovering an uncanny link between the tale
Right, so if I don't increase the level of hope, then people will be sad and they
I'm
will
sorry,
rebel.
guys. I remember the show being better. I remember being such a fucking snore fest.
One thing after another began to occur.
Dirty Black
that
Buses
I
burned in his
suddenly
yard.
realized that I had more or less written the story
Written?
of our own true life.
Wait, you've heard of this bitch?
More or less
To
written.
find you, I based the personality of my heroine April upon Kate. April was chased by a hitman in a Camaro. That book was published in
Camaro.
1989, and in July 1989,
Well, every
Kate
cheesy dude had a Camaro.
was chased down and
Right,
shot to
so-
death by a trigger man in a Camaro.
I'm going to need to do some stuff in order to make these people convince me that this is the right way. So, I need to declare a medical curfew. Let's say medical curfew. That will do. So if I do that and that,
Sounds spooky, LeBron.
that should make a difference. And then we'll just have Control F2 like that.
UFOs and trees. I demand karate suits.
legal activities. But investigators were unable to establish a direct link between either the boyfriend or his gang and Caitlin's murder. With the
Right,
police
so
department at a dead end,
new laws.
Caitlin's mother
The pacing was exciting.
Hope will fall slightly. Duel law. Discontent will be reduced permanently. Sometimes people are killed in the duel. There we go.
Hey, how you doing? I'm on it now.
We'll do this. That should make hope will rise slightly.
Summers, the psychic detective in my book, The Third Eye.
And then we'll go people, and we'll do a...
the living and the dead. Minch claims she can pick up messages
No,
telepathically, while
maybe it's in health.
channeling the words of the dead through the keys of her typewriter.
A care home, that's it.
A lot of color moving in my head. Then out of that, sometimes
You restored hope to people. There we go.
and that's when the words seemed to want to start pouring into my head. There was a very clear contact with
Oops.
Caitlin. She was right there. We had the idea that
Whoa.
Caitlin was in some kind
I'll
of
break
trouble,
this
that
one
there were
down.
other things going on that
And I'll
the
build a
family
new
wasn't
one there,
aware
like
of.
so.
Amazingly enough,
So what else do we do?
her own murder investigation.
Prosthetics, there we go.
Some of the messages Betty Minch claimed to be receiving provided police with important new leads.
Overcrowd extra rations for the ill.
Someone who'd seen one of the
But they got to pay for the extra rations.
had placed around Albuquerque.
What do you even say about
And then
this stupid
triage.
shit, you know? Like, you can't
New
prove or
ability,
disprove
you
it.
can
That's
use
why I hate
triage.
psychics.
Told us that
Like, if it's like they show, like, cheesy pictures, you can look at it and see how they faked it.
House of Pleasure.
This is just yapping.
Hope will fall slightly. Not going to do that one just yet.
one in the back seat,
We'll wait a bit to do that one.
but that arrest would be made
Oh, wood
because we
crates.
would
We'll need
drag
gathering
that our best help might come from
resources,
the media,
gathering
identify who
posts.
that person would be, and investigate
There,
it
put that
internally
there.
with
Rumors
Gallagher.
persist.
But there was insufficient evidence to hold the three suspects, and they
Yeah.
were released.
Nothing will go in there for now because we just don't have the staff. But we will have the
And a
staff.
well-known crock of shit.
Working with a police sketch artist,
Not yet.
Rainier attempted to create a drawing based on impressions she claimed to be receiving from Caitlin.
I have to get their scent. I have to pick up.
Watch have yourself a lucky strike, lady.
At the time of the crime gives me more.
Let's just prove live psychics.
Psychically.
Psychically.
But I mean,
yeah.
is that really that hard, you know?
Yeah. It's pretty hard. For
I,
you.
that'd probably be fun to watch, though, because I can't stand psychics.
In Albuquerque, knowing that Noreen was doing this. What the alleged
Anyway,
man looked
let's do
like.
some more stuff. Morning gathering. We'll gather each morning to make sure our goals are priorities of the day. Morning gatherings will slightly raise hope from time to time. Hope will rise slightly. There we go. See, things aren't so bad in New Australia. And so begins the transform city into a garrison. Can you use to remind you of what we're fighting for every day?
Or
That's
Johnson
right.
without the Cool Whip.
We're all in this together.
Either she likes to smoke or Johnson
Mel
without Cool Whip.
Frostbite. A citizen became gravely ill. Frostbite.
There he is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I need to do tech and can't afford a factory yet. Need a steam core. What else can we do? Foreman. Appointing responsible foreman. Make sure that people work as efficiently as possible.
Some man on a bookshelf gamer. You know what I'm saying.
Let's have a foreman there.
It was a planned killing.
It was a planned killing. It was a slaughter. Yeah.
What's the point without the Cool Whip?
Sir, a child climbed the generator, slipped and fell, was rapidly caught by a neighbourhood watch member who was on patrol nearby. And then escorted the child to his mother and gave them both a good talking to. Could have entered the broken leg or worse if it weren't for our watchmen. They would come out. We're lucky to have them. Aww. See? People in Australia like their watchmen.
Epic.
I want to call it the Desert Castle.
The Desert Castle, yeah.
Person there that I'm not supposed to know.
Yeah.
I saw things that I shouldn't have seen.
I smoked things I shouldn't have smoked. That's right.
Alright, get to the point, guys.
And I'll do it
the story
again.
isn't as exciting as you think it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, these people didn't take into account that our attention spans would be fucking shot by 2020 something. Our attention spans would be totally gone.
I'm not a bad person. I'm just young, and I just was curious.
Now, do I have a charcoal kiln? That's what I want. There we go. But can't afford anybody to work in there just for the moment.
Hanford.
Oh, Hanford, you're killing your daughter again.
She said that Kate was sending a symbol. That the symbol was a wolf with a collar around its neck, its head jerked back, and the message was that Kate was very sure that the wolf would have been
One controversial law.
to be caught and collared.
The message was particularly significant to Lois, who originally entitled her book, One to the Wolves.
Oh shit.
I couldn't explain it.
They don't like the snow
All I could
pit.
say to myself was, it's happening.
Lady, are you marketing the death of your daughter, you piece of shit? That's what I'm getting the feeling here. Oh, I knew who did it the whole time. I'm a special author. Please buy my book.
All right, it's time for a New
I'm getting
York.
a real dirtbaggy feeling from this.
Organised militia.
My daughter
Yep,
was killed.
this
Please
is a
buy
good
my
use of
stupid book where
time.
I predicted her death.
So
Yeah.
build two
This
guard
seems really
stations. So
scummy.
I'll build one there
Where it is possible
and one there.
for
There we
the
go.
dead to communicate with the living, perhaps when they have very, very strong message to get across.
There's a lot of criminals, is there?
She was getting ready to tell the truth, and she couldn't do it herself.
No, she was getting killed. She got killed because they wanted those butt cheeks. They wanted her butt cheeks.
Guard stations built and they've been manned.
Let's just have one on.
I mean, we've got nobody working in any like farming or gathering
selling
food
books?
now, but that's
They're 8
okay.
years old now.
We got 2 days of and 4 days rations, so 2 days of raw food and 4 days of rations. We can survive for 6 days. That should be sufficient.
I'm not afraid of it because they
And 22 hours of coal left.
But what are their motives?
But I think that can be improved. There we go.
Oh shit, black helicopter.
One of our people has to undergo an amputation. We must do something. Which I've already done, so that bit's been done. And he'll have to go in a
See,
care
I
home
don't
for
read that and
now.
realize how stupid that sounded.
So there we go.
Oh!
There's a
Yeah,
care
yeah,
home.
'cause you're gonna need some after this fucking stupid show.
So, a group of people found inspiration to work under the guidance of four and have dedicated all in their workplace on their own. A spirit motivating exemplary state. Keep up the good work.
Hey dude, could you get out of my house? I don't care about what pain pills you use.
Headaches, and I found Tylenol didn't always get rid of all the pain. So I tried Advil and found that for my really tough headaches, 2 Advil worked better than 2 extra strength Tylenol tablets.
I didn't drink this weekend and I'm very bitter about it.
Advil just works better.
And for a
Advil
cold,
and
try
ass.
Advil Cold and Sinus, advanced formula for the cold season.
Oh shit!
At least the pub is... No, that's not the pub.
Oh no!
Let's give some extra rations to they recover faster. Is that
Oh,
the... No,
yes.
that's the Cooklit House. There's the public house.
Ramping and dipping.
God, I remember that music.
They're getting down.
Jiggy jiggy.
We dare you to feel more comfortable this month. You're on.
Oh shit!
Playtex out of its applicator and
Severe frostbite. More people, limbs
This one's
being
better.
chopped off. Wait, gathering thing. You're empty now.
Inappropriate.
UFO insiders call them MIBs. That's an acronym
Mibs.
for Men in Black.
Oh
These
shit!
Men in Black are
Hey,
one of the least known and yet most disturbing elements of the UFO
What,
experience.
You know about Men in Black back then?
It is reported worldwide, and the stories that witnesses tell.
Do you remember Will Smith? I remember him. I remember him being an absolute turd. Wonder what he's up to these days, old Will Smith. Do you think he's in his mansion just sort of going like, oh, Mr. Bird, I wish I was in a movie.
Is Cops not on anymore?
In black. Just who are these men in black? Where do they come from? And why do they seem to be tracked?
I sure miss being with... Who was he in? Was it Tommy Lee Jones in it?
Long, lit up, cigar-shaped object heading just over the rooftop. Then it moved out of sight, and I went back home.
Sir, a group of drunk men, where'd you get those green glasses from? Were disturbing the peace, pushing each other, screaming obscenities, and harassing women in the street. Our guards intervene and restrain the drunken prevail for anyone that's hurt. Let them sober up. People may go out discontent or fall slightly. No, let them sober up. There we go. Increase the hope.
Did you ever see that stupid video of like these Men in Black dudes walking into a hotel, like a hotel lobby to talk to somebody? It's just kind of crazy because they're both like 7 feet tall, like two fucking giant dudes in hats and like
I think
suits.
people there and people
Probably
there
fake, but it's
getting
still pretty crazy.
frostbitten. So, not much
Where
I
you
can
just
do
find
about
two
that.
7-foot guys.
And they were completely gone.
Men dressed in black, driving black cars, reportedly follow and sometimes
You
even
on your grandma's porch?
and their motives appear to be strangely sinister.
Witnesses driving home from having lunch at a restaurant have reported seeing a UFO. Before they could get home, they had cars waiting for them,
Right.
telling them not to talk about the case. An investigator is approached by a very Saturn-looking man.
There he is.
You know,
Extra
for
rations.
UFOs sometimes
And
find
you,
problems.
extra rations.
There have been a few cases
The weather's trying to do us in again due to large strong winds predict all scout teams transfer to travel at half speed.
Sinatra?
But like it's the storm has passed, so yeah, it is now time to explore the waste again. Good thing my scouts ignore such things about having to travel at half speed. They go at warp speed. Nothing there. Go there. Well, I'm hoping to find us refugees, you see. A yellow flag.
And he didn't say anything for a full minute. He was about
For a
5
full
foot
minute.
He was extremely thin.
Empty
5'6".
snow hut.
They ain't no Men in Black.
Slightly enlarged head.
They're big, tall, goofy motherfuckers.
His
An
face
empty
was a very
cave.
strange olive hue. He wore a black turtleneck.
Hopefully there's more people around.
Lady, you got a big fucking weird head. You got UFO eyeballs.
Steam lorry.
His eyes were not oriental looking.
Cracked ice frozen excavation.
Men in Black.
They literally wrapped around his temple. I have never seen eyes like that. There
Oh, a
was
steam
You think,
core.
you think the
Nice.
other Men in Black make fun of him?
and they seemed to be boring into me. I felt very intruded upon on a mental level by those eyes.
The Men in Black cases.
Well, no refugees so far. A research station.
In many cases, these people have attempted to pass themselves off either as government agents
Forlorn camp. That's got to be where some people are. No smoke rises above them.
heavily involved in tracking these cases down and attempting to arrest someone, but no one was ever caught.
Oh, steel. That's not much.
This show's giving me a brain injury.
Survivors. There we go. Refugees. Right. Escort them back to safety. Okie doke. Right now, time to have some
Yeah,
people.
but that's just everybody in Russia. They just harass and beat you up for no reason.
Translated the Russian newspaper story about the woman's MIB experience.
His crash was paralyzing and left effects upon the body of those who
Little fella in black.
The daughter, she became magnetic and she would attract metals. And
That happens a lot in Russia. You know, magnetism and stuff like that.
Electric shock.
Resources.
The articles from April of 1990.
Could do
And
a
then later it came out that Will Smith takes it to the butt cheek.
Yeah.
MIB encounters are so
He enjoys it.
That's Will Smith.
I think what has happened is they've gone to the black helicopters. So I think
Shit.
left their black Cadillacs behind and taken a black helicopter.
These helicopters, which have been described almost as a black Huey-type Army helicopter with no numbers visible, have appeared almost silently.
Right,
with
that's
no,
fully booked.
helicopter noise that you associate with it.
No. There's no helicopter that makes no noise. Get the fuck out of here.
MUFON, a UFO research organization. The Coins claim that they are being tailed by this silent black helicopter devoid of the necessary FAA identification numbers.
And that's it. I've run out of people again.
Footage of an alleged MIB encounter.
Now I believe they got these helicopters because they've been filmed. But like, do you think they're following some idiot who says they saw aliens? I just don't believe it. I just don't believe these helicopters. They're weirdo government helicopters, but they're not. They just happen to see one, you know, flying somewhere.
Well, wood's better than nothing.
Copter met us about halfway between Flint and Flushing. And followed
They're not after you, dude.
to our meeting place.
I'm not afraid of them because they haven't done anything to us yet. And I feel the more vocal I am, the less.
But lady, what are they doing? Just hovering over your property? Just, hey, we gotta check this old bag, see what she's up to. You think they're gonna waste? You're gonna waste time in a helicopter to check out? Hey, we gotta see what this cheesy bitch is up to. Get out of here.
Is it possible
Get in a helicopter to watch some cheesy bitch.
are harassing UFO witnesses?
Isolated shelter. That's got to be survivors, right?
Trying to silence those who've had close encounters. Investigators continue to search for answers.
It's just something that there is.
Is she baking cookies? We gotta find out. Get
No.
get in a helicopter.
Nothing in there.
cases and trying to use a
No, she's not worth the fuel.
investigative.
No, nothing there. But they got a steam core, so that's still a good visit.
Mr. Goat.
I love my instant scouts.
No.
Some say a dog brought this boy out of a near fatal coma.
Coma.
Next thing I know, he was dragging me up the stairs. Now, Meth Labs, that I'd buy. Meth Labs definitely get the helicopters.
Survivors! Oh boy, welcome to New Australia. You're going to love it here. Bonza Shrimp Barbie. You're going to have such a good time with our stringent laws and how you go to prison for not putting things in the right bin. If you don't put it in the right bin, then you have committed a sin. But Australian law. Australian law.
Standing there and smoking in the woods?
Nearly 7 out of 10 of us usually don't brush after lunch, especially lunches on the run. Now chew on this great tasting Trident.
God, I remember
You gotta
that.
stay your ass out them woods.
That joke. I remember that sort of thing. Hey, you should be taking chewing gum. It's good for you. It's like brushing, but it's not at all. Ah, more survivors. Good. Well, you can go to Melbourne or whatever we're calling this place. I
You
don't
could
know
tell. You
anymore.
could tell they didn't get the Men in Black story right yet. Like they were still working on it because they're supposed to be really tall, pale dudes with no hair, and they got hats, and they drive cars from the 50s. And they didn't get their story right.
I think that's it. Yep.
We go
That's
one
that's
show
all the
without hearing about
people in
your
this
snatch
storm.
Get out of here.
Dear Big Big Chief, my dream is to eat a big big cheese.
You just bought it? Nice.
Little Caesar.
Wrong, kid. I'm George Burns.
Oh, okay.
Ah, he's dead.
Storage limit is reached.
Pizza, pizza. Look out, Letterman. Move over, Leno. Say goodbye, Arsenio. Here comes
Arsenio?
God.
People Show.
Whatever happened to that guy? Did he die of AIDS?
Black People Show. Yeah.
Hollywood Pictures presents
Oh, shit.
#1 comedy hit, Born Yesterday.
Oh, this will be fun.
Critics are calling it a
Love that movie.
fun-filled, hilarious 10. Melanie Griffith is sensational.
She's sensational.
Her best since Working Girl. It's fun, funny, and just plain wonderful.
It's just plain wonderful.
Sweet, charming, and irresistible.
You gotta see this movie.
It's the most acclaimed comedy of the year.
A note of thanks.
Start to finish.
Oh yeah, that's the point. I was going to make them a thing so that
Has anyone even
we
heard
can
of
make
that movie?
prosthetics.
I've never even heard of that movie.
Now playing in a theater near you.
Right, there we go. Get some engineers in there.
That movie sucked.
The most startling
Let's make an infinity number of prostheses. And let's pass a new law as well.
You saw it in the
So,
theater.
a patrol. Ensuring safety and order is of utmost support. Your ability to patrol from the guard station. Each user will reduce discontent. And hope will rise slightly.
Never
See?
forget that dome.
People in Australia, they love their police. They love their law enforcement.
You know, that lady's probably not even that old. Why did they do that with their hair? Like, as soon as they hit 30, it's like time for fucking 80-year-old granny ma hair. Why did they do that? You had a couple of nice long hair years left.
Car accident.
It's got the the cotton ball old lady head.
Was killed in the car accident. I broke my neck,
Poor little guy.
and Neil sustained a traumatic head injury, and it put him in a
No.
coma.
Where are those survivors going to tramp in from?
Lucky is not a word Amelia Stortz would use to describe her son Neil on that tragic night.
It
10
is
years
Super
ago.
Mario.
But Neil was lucky to be alive.
He had suffered.
He should be so lucky, lucky to be alive. He should be so lucky, love.
Coma when he came to us.
Neil survived, but doctors did not know if he would ever regain consciousness.
But it's like they made themselves older before they were old. Like, man,
You could have been in it forever. That would be.
you know, at least wait till you're fucking almost 60 or something to get the poofball hair.
Vegetative state. And what happens in a vegetative state is that their brainstem kind of kicks in and takes over their heart and lungs and their gastrointestinal system, and their eyes are open and they have sleep-wake cycles, but they don't have the ability to follow commands and they're not aware of their environment.
In a seemingly hopeless case, where modern medicine can't provide all the answers, alternative forms of treatment may be called for. Since 1982, the Animal-Assisted Therapy Program has been providing Houston area
Those Pophams.
hospitals with
All those
animal
Pophams are dead, guys.
The patients
Oh.
will be responding to more
I mean, he's right, but that's still sad.
When patients have had brain injuries, they're often
Look at that little guy.
comatose, they're very disoriented, and having
Let's get some more
animals around
patients in.
Makes no
studies
sense.
causes people's blood pressure to lessen and they become calmer. It kind of pushes the right
That's
buttons, so to
true.
speak, and makes it more likely
That
the
does
patient's gonna
happen.
wake up. There are magical and miraculous things that happen all the time that defy
The little guy just starts eating it.
medical
Just
science.
bites his head off.
That animals and humans working together is
Now, where are those refugees, which are welcome? There should be like a stream of
Sorry,
them
someone
coming
had to
in.
say it.
Neil had been in a coma for 3 months, so animal-assisted therapy was one long shot his family felt was definitely worth trying.
Well, it's worth trying.
They're in a coma. You resort to just about anything.
You just resort to just about everything.
All conventional treatments exist.
Ah.
The one remaining hope was to consult a rather unique specialist by the name of Rex.
All she had to do was turn off sightings and the kid would have bounced right back. His coma would have been gone.
Rex was part of a regular visitation team as part of our
I have no
animal-assisted
idea.
therapy program, and he happened to
Those cool shorts.
get up on Neil's bed and
He's
lick his
faking.
face. And within several hours after that, Neil began to speak. He licked me.
What? Come again?
It's pretty amazing.
But if you're going to credit anything or anybody, why not?
The generator's shutting down? No, it's fucking not shutting down. It's doing the opposite of shutting down.
That we do not fully understand yet.
I mean, this was a really big tragedy. You know, to have a little boy that's in a coma and his little sister
In a
was killed,
coma?
and his mother was also injured in the accident. And it was just, you know, too much for most of us to even conceive. Neil had a lot of previous experiences with animals and really loved animals and
I'm in love with the animal.
Alright.
it was a very normalizing experience.
A very normalizing experience of the
Open
animals.
your eyes, close your hands, you know, yelling commands at him. It was really kind of neat that an animal kind of brought him around.
Cool.
Yeah,
Hi.
you know, the animal brought him around. It's
There
kind
he
of
is.
neat, it's kind
He's
of
getting
cool.
down.
The extraordinary and inexplicable bond between humans and animals.
Let's
Kid's
upgrade
playing
those.
baseball. The kid motherfucker can hardly talk.
Put a hunter's hut in there? Yeah,
He's
put a
just
hunter's
eating the
hut.
bat. He's just in the dugout eating the bat. Would you stop eating the bat?
But Neil Stortz has already found his proof in a magical friend named Rex.
Rex is a hero because
Oh yeah, I have got a hunter's hut. Some industrial hot houses.
people
Nice.
that first come to Subway are
Oh,
a little
shit.
surprised we don't have sandwiches ready. Just fresh bread. That's so you can see your sandwich being made and tell me if you like onions,
Oh, that's the
tomatoes, or
worst.
even hot peppers. I'm not a mind reader, and there's lots to choose from. If your sandwich looks as good as it tastes, that's because Subway has
It's the worst. You got to go down the line. Yeah, I want that. I want that. Can I just have like a 3? I don't want to talk to you, dude. I just want to pay and leave. No offense. I'm sure you're great, but I just want to pay and leave.
He calls himself an art teacher. I guess that makes me a sandwich artist.
Ask a sandwich artist.
The
to make
sandwich
a
artist.
6-inch tuna sub, just $1.89 for limited time at Subway.
I miss these adverts.
Discover vibrance.
Look, she doesn't have a cotton ball head.
Your hair.
What a
Oh, I
jam.
have to turn these all
Get
back
down.
on.
Conditioners with keratin proteins revitalize each
Carrots and proteins? God, what halcyon days we live in.
I hate going down the line telling them what you want. I hate that.
your fullness.
Yeah, we get it, you're complainy pants.
Your hair with vibrance.
An indignant woman. Sir, our guards have
I've used
reported this woman
2,000
for
fletchers
attacking
for
them on
watch.
patrol. She was cursing them and hitting them with a fist when they brought her in. I would have come myself and said, these swine have been possessory and aimed out and sick of it. So you need to
Lost way of me.
check if anything's in order, but it's just an excuse for them to make an advance. Punish her. Hope will reprimand the
Can we
guards.
have one commercial break now
Skip this
involving
district.
snatches?
Hope will rise in the patrol will have less effect.
Please?
Reprimand the guards.
Every commercial break. Well, let's talk. Hey, let's have a
But
little
also,
snatch segment.
let's do a patrol.
The choice of more and more doctors.
Thanks for
The choice of
joining us.
more mad
For
doctors.
Sightings, I'm Tim White.
Get out of here, Tim White, you little shit.
Tonight
Oh, shit.
on Sightings, reincarnation.
Yeah, where's the cigarette
Is
at?
there another life after death?
Prison.
I was a crew member.
Those who
on
threaten
the
to stop
Titanic.
it, be honest, sleep for the good of the soul.
Breakthroughs could
No, you
New
weren't.
building,
No,
rounding
you were
prison to
not.
catch wrongdoers. Prisoners
Yeah,
abandon
you know,
their
everybody
misguided
has these
views.
past life experiences, but you know, there's always somebody at like somewhere cool or there's someone important. No one's like, hey, I was the guy who shoveled the shit. I was shit shoveler McGurk.
make you a believer in past lives. Then, if
We'll
your travel
build it
plans
for
bring you
criminals
anywhere
only
near
turns
this
out the
highway,
south someday.
think
Yes.
But that
Welcome to
particular
Australia.
day, there were
You're in
15
prison.
diving.
What deadly
Yes, I'm
curse
just a floating invisible head.
haunts this stretch of road? And our ongoing hunt for proof of ghosts takes our team of investigators
Yeah,
to
never
two
dull like in real life, right? Well, I was born in the 1600s, but I didn't do much. I planted some fucking turnips. Planted some turnips, some cabbage. That's about it. And then I died. My wife was pretty cool. Other than that, not really much to talk about.
No,
Yeah, well, I
need
was
steam calls.
Cleopatra.
new paranormal hotspots.
Oh my God, it's going off the scale. Yeah, right. Just as I was coming over here, it went off the scale.
I mean, I'll play the game. I just don't like the game.
I have to say, there's something.
Wondering what the purpose of our struggle is against the law.
That's why I've only been to Subway like 2 times.
At that point, it started to appear.
The prison is open. You prove your promise to increase safety and order. It wasn't just hollow words.
I began sensing and knowing and feeling.
Sensing and knowing and feeling.
After death. I mean, I've been there. We have not scratched the surface of what the mind can do.
Mr. Blue for you in a
connection with the unknown.
I collected Funko Pops.
Captain, a beacon at a front destroys a Victoria-class dreadnought where it's solid
There's
rising.
evidence of an ancient Indian settlement. Native Americans warned that
just found some beer bottles
involved in paving over this sacred site would be cursed. A warning that turned out to be more than just an idle threat.
I was one of the first serious employees. Yeah, right?
Many cultures still maintain a powerful belief that certain places on Earth
Place
are
for
sacred
memories.
and should not, must not be tampered with. Burial sites are among the
No,
most
can't
sacred
afford
of
it.
all
Need
places,
steel.
And there is almost a universal belief that the dead must be left to rest. in
Anyway, how
peace.
long have I been
If
doing
they're
this
not,
for?
A curse may follow those who dare.
An angry
violate
right, so
the
it's got
sacred
man
ground.
is giving him passion
Some
speak.
Native American tribes
Discontent
follow
will
these traditions
rise.
to this day.
He's
They warn
lying.
of grave
Chase him
consequences
away.
for those who
There we
disturb
go.
their honored
Right.
dead.
Oh, you have disturbed our forest anal.
And
This is
speaking
sacred
of...
forest anal, the great eagle spirit says we must have anal in forest.
That's right. Now I'm going to chase you away.